Could you just give me a rundown of the game, how it started out?
Well, one of the things that we really wanted to accomplish in this game was composure. Even though we came from a very, very tough game on Friday night, 1-0 with a very good San Bernardino team. They were in the Final Four last year. Very strong team. We played them very aggressively and very hard, but what we lacked often was composure. So our real goal today was anytime we got out of the rhythm in the game plan to get back into the game plan, and the girls did that very, very well. And so, you know, in that way, I was really excited. So it was good soccer today. These kids this is a building program here at Compton. They're not coming from club soccer and you know, all sorts of great programs down there in their area. These kids are learning now, and it allowed us to really, you know, their effort really allowed us to play, you know, really good soccer. You know, it never became junkie soccer ever. Did you see a junkie play?
No.
So, you know, we stayed to the game plan, and that's important. You know, you want to come out with a lot of intensity, but you have to balance that with composure and poise. And so, I think we accomplished that today.
So I think you guys are 6-1 now, right?
7-1.
7-1. You guys have a game on Friday, I
Correct.
believe?
We play El Camino.
El Camino.
Big rivalry. So El Camino usually has a real decent team. We often do very well against them here at home. So we want to take it to them early. Leave no, you know, we don't want to leave any room for any mistakes. You know, we had 2 goals against us today, and that's not our best case scenario. There was a chance in the game they could get back in. You know, we were 3-2 at one point. So you don't want to give in soccer, you never want to give the other team the idea that they can get back in the game, because it's a magical game.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Cool. Thanks a lot. We appreciate it.
Glad that we got the win, first of all. I think we could have done better than the opponent, you know, and everything, but overall we did decent. Score in the first 5 minutes is always our game plan. Also move around, let them get them tired by moving around, like decisioning ball, and just attacking them hard. Yeah, it took us a while. Usually that always happens to us. It took us a while to wake up, but once we got one in, we were on fire. We just wanted more and more. For El Camino, probably starting off like the game with intensity, like wake up. Like we always start off very like weak, and then we wake up later, and it's probably getting better. So intensity and just cutting the ball around.
I mean, it was great. We came off the win last week, so it's just pretty much we're taking it a game at a day, yeah.
Game at a time?
Yeah.
So how do you feel about the game on Friday that you have against El Camino?
Well, I mean, if we keep playing the way we're playing, I'm pretty sure we'll get the win.
What are your expectations and hopes for the rest of the season as it progresses?
Well, I mean, we're trying to make it a state. I mean, we're hosting it. We don't want to be working it, right? We want to play. It's not going to be enough to just work it.
Overall, we did pretty good. Our passing was overall good, and we could have worked on some few things. But overall, I think it was some good soccer out there.
Yeah.
We're just, I mean, whenever we get the ball, we're just always focusing on trying to get the ball in, so when we have an opportunity, we try and score. Our passing, our shots on frame help as well. Just when we get the ball, just keep our head down and shooting to the goal.
Down about how the game went, or your feelings on the game?
Rundown. I thought we came out strong. We had heard some things about Compton, but I think we just stuck to our game plan, played our game, and our girls were up for it and excited. So I think things went well, and we did what we came out to do.
Okay, you guys 7-1 now. Last year, I think you were somewhere around 4-3. So, is there anything you have to attribute to the improvement, or
the girls? Honestly, it's the girls. They want it. They want to be successful. They work hard every single day. It's really them. They make the difference. I mean, we can only do our part, but I mean, they get it done on the field. They work really hard. They work really hard in practice, and honestly, it's them.
All right. If I'm not mistaken, I believe your next opponent is Chafee on Friday.
El Camino.
El Camino. I'm sorry. How do you feel about that game coming up? Are you?
I mean, we're always excited now that we finished Compton. Now we move on to El Camino. That's always how we work, one game at a time. And so we're ready to take them on just to do what we need to do. We stick to our game plan. That's kind of how we play here. We don't worry too much about what our opponent does. If we do what we do well, we feel like we'll get the result in the end.
So what are your expectations for the rest of the season?
Like I said, one game at a time, but I mean, I want these girls to be successful. And so whatever that looks like, I want them to be able to to do whatever it takes, and I mean, ultimately, you know, it's state, but at the end of the day, you know, as long as we do everything possible and we work really hard, I think that's right for me.
Yeah. So does it feel good to finally be keeping up with the men's team here? I know they have a big shadow.
Absolutely. I mean, it just feels good to win, you know? It does. It feels good to win. And like I said, these girls work so hard, so it's nice because when you tell people hard work pays off and then they see it, they begin to believe it, though. You know what I mean? Because it really does. So